Hello and welcome to Newsfeed, your daily dose of what people are talking about online, from news stories to what's trending. New iPhone, new cable. Get ready to have to buy some expensive new adapters. Apple has just made many iPhone users' Lightning cables redundant by confirming at its annual event that here on forward, it'll use USB-C cables for its devices.
At Apple, we strive to create innovative products and best-in-class.
Apple boss Tim Cook has unveiled the new iPhone 15s, and yup, not a Lightning port in sight. In adherence with the EU's new common charger law. Well, what else is new? Better camera, zoom, an action button, and a new feature called gesture control. Also, to get Apple fans drooling, its smartwatch got a big upgrade. The Series 9 may look the same, but has more snazzy colors and an ingenious new hands-free gesture. Users will be able to answer calls, silence alarms, and other actions with a simple tap of the thumb and index finger. Cook also announced AirPods Pro 2 earbuds with USB-C charging.
iPhone 15 has an all-new design that's simply gorgeous. Starting from the front, it has the dynamic island, which has been a hit with our Pro users. The dynamic island fluidly expands and adapts to your alerts and live activities, creating an experience that's so intuitive it feels magical. And now, it's even brighter. Peak HDR brightness reaches 1600 nits, so HDR photos and videos will look better than ever. When it's sunny, peak brightness can now go up to 2000 nits, twice as bright as iPhone 14.
Okay, Apple may be convinced its new device is amazing, but analysts and tech insiders, not so much. Some are questioning if consumers will fork out at minimum $799 for an iPhone that doesn't have many upgrades from its predecessor. Netizens have also been poking fun at the new iPhone based on its past reputation.
Jeez.
iPhone 15 has an all-new design that's simply gorgeous. Starting from the front, it has the dynamic island.
It's the same exact
with our Pro
phone.
users. The dynamic island fluidly expands
What the heck
and
is
adapts to
this?
your alerts and live activities, creating an experience that's
This is the same exact phone as last year.
Obviously, don't go and do that, please.
Now, you do whatever you like.
We can't condone anything of the sort.
No, we can't. Live! Live!
Millennials and Gen Zers may have more reason to beef with baby boomers. Economists have blamed boomers for the housing shortage in the U.S. Research by Barclays Bank has found that while most millennials have reached the peak home buying age, they're being priced out of the housing market. Strong demand by older Americans is keeping home prices high. As children become adults and move out of their family homes, boomers are snapping up starter homes, traditionally favored by the younger generation, and making them retirement abodes instead. Boomers now own more property than millennials, surpassing them in home ownership for the first time since 2014. Housing prices have risen so much in the past few decades that much of the younger generation are unable to climb the property ladder.
Go back in time to buy a house. In 1983, I'm an average person looking to buy an average house. I got this average degree, which I got for free, and work an average job. After paying tax and rent, if I save 50% of the remainder, it'll take me 2 years to save up for the 20% deposit. Remember that as we head back to 2023, and I'm still an average person looking to buy an average house, got this average degree, and I have an average job. After paying tax, rent, and HECS, if I save 50% of the remainder, it'll take me 10.5 years to save up for the 20% deposit. It's clear that it's not just lazy, layabout young people sipping latte that's causing the problem. It would take me 84 years to save up enough money if I skip having a latte every day just for the deposit. I don't have 84 years left. In 40 years, the average house price has increased by 14 times, whereas full-time salaries have only increased by 4.7 times. Another way of looking at it is houses used to cost 3 times the salary, and now they cost 10 times. All things being equal, you'd have to be making $300,000 a year to benefit from that same 3 times ratio.
I've been trying to buy a house over the past year, friends. Can't do it. The only way I can enter the property market is if my parents exit life. That's the only way. My parents told me they want to buy a caravan recently. Oh, I love a caravan, don't you, boomers? Boomers look at all the houses there and they go, gosh, just not enough houses here. Is there a way my car could be a house? Just driving around. Hey, millennials, check it out. Pretty cool. I'm living in my car like you, but different.
That's cute. I wish I could get it, but...
When we were growing up and our parents told us to stop crying or they'd give us something to cry about, I didn't think they would collectively work up the housing market.
While boomers are at least partly to blame for the housing shortage in the U.S., they're also credited with helping many millennials and Gen Zers buy their first home. That's right, we're seeing the rise of the Nepo homeowners, thanks to the bank of mom and dad. A study by real estate firm Redfin found that a staggering 38% of home buyers under the age of 30 in the U.S. had family help for their down payment. 23% of those who'd received financial assistance got it in the form of a cash gift from relatives, while 21% used inheritance money. Analysts say the Nepo homebuyer phenomenon contributes to intergenerational wealth inequality and in the long run limits economic opportunities for young people.
Think about anything in life where you get something for nothing, where you get something for free. Look at the history of lottery winners. Look at what happens to family money. It dilutes over the generations. People don't generally tend to respect or be good stewards of money that comes to them for nothing. And I think that there's going to be a lot of polarization and resentment in younger generations, based on feeling like if they weren't born into the right family that can afford to give them a $50,000 down payment, then it doesn't give them a chance to get on the property ladder and build wealth.
From the housing market to another battlefield for Gen Z, the job market, where good grades and top honors don't cut it anymore. College students are waging an internship arms race to land their dream jobs.
So I've done about 6 internships, more so like in 1.5 to 2 years.
By the time you're watching this, I've probably started on my 8th internship. And I'm not saying this for me to be like,
I've done so many internships.
But rather, I'm just telling you that I have no idea what I want to do with my career.
Hustling hard and filling up every pocket of time with productivity. I sacrificed a lot of time with loved ones and my health seriously took a toll. It really took me a while to find my calling in the area of career. I've had about 8 internships.
I did 9 internships in 3 years in college, and that is very excessive.
They are what you might call a warrior intern, someone who's dedicated each summer to meticulously crafting their CV, all in pursuit of that coveted dream career. Why this frenzy? While employers have raised the bar, placing greater importance on a candidate's past experiences when sifting through resumes, even for entry-level jobs.
Your resume is extremely impressive. Thank you. All of these awards and a master's, fantastic. That's so good to hear. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a good fit for this position. But you just said, you see, we still need somebody with relevant work experience. I thought this was entry level.
Okay, so you're this? Yeah. But you want this? Yeah. Okay, so in order to get that, you'd have to do this.
And social media platforms like LinkedIn are adding fuel to this internship arms race.
I'm excited to announce my new position as assistant manager at Greenwood Projects. Hi, Job. I'd love to connect with you. I saw we went to the same college, and I feel like you have the qualifications to help me start up my new company. Congratulate Emily Bradshaw for working 5 years at Kaiser. Would you like to join our team as junior assistant manager? I work 50 hours a week.
There's some people update my profile picture, man.
That's what this new generation needs. Hey, shoot me a message, and I'll be glad to help you out.
The battle for summer internships for some companies is so intense that they have about a 1% acceptance rate. To put that into perspective, it's statistically more challenging to secure an internship at some companies than it is to gain admission into Harvard, where the acceptance rate hovers around 3.4%. Still, there's another school of thought. Some believe that internships aren't the sole gateway to breaking into their dream industries.
Think about your other experiences. TAing, tutoring, research, some sort of leadership role in a club. Another quick way to get experience is a hackathon. It's only a couple hours, maybe a weekend, and that's something you can put on your resume. Emphasizing how those different experiences taught you skills that are useful and important in the workplace will help you get past that boundary of not having an internship.
To LA, where students at the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, or FIDM, are furious with the college for partnering up with fast fashion brand Shein. The pair have linked up for a scholarship program offering 12 students $40,000 each and the chance to design for the brand's collections. Shein, and you can see some of its clothes here, has overtaken Amazon as the most downloaded shopping app. And Shein is no stranger to controversy. While it raked in $23 billion in revenue last year, it's been attacked for its alleged forced labor practices, blatantly copying other designers and artists, and environmentalists blast it for producing 6,000 pieces of clothing a day, contributing to the fashion industry's waste problem. Leading the protests is 20-year-old fashion student Lexi Silverstein. Her online petition and various blogs have caught the attention of both the national and international media, as well as websites around the world. And it appears FIDM is taking note.
But since talking with FIDM, my new goal is to start a sustainability council, including students and faculty, so that we can have a say in future partnerships, and as well for FIDM to agree to never partner with FIDM or with Shein again.
You'd have thought FIDM would know better. The University Network named it as one of the top 10 sustainable fashion schools in the world.
I'm a student at FIDM. I'm a digital marketing major here at FIDM.
I am a digital marketing major at the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising.
And I just find it really hypocritical that a school that espouses sustainability, like it's very contradictory to the school's mission.
Directly contradicting that a school that prides itself and brags about being one of the top 10 most sustainable fashion schools in the country, then partners with one of the biggest fast fashion giants of our fashion industry.
A priceless Van Gogh painting stolen from a Dutch museum 3 years ago has been returned in an IKEA bag. The whereabouts of the painting, called the Parsonage Garden at Newnan in Spring, were a mystery until 2 weeks ago when a man contacted famed art detective Arthur Brand. The unnamed man told Brand that he wanted to return the Van Gogh as it's caused a massive headache. Police say the tipster had nothing to do with the 139-year-old painting's actual theft. In 2021, a career criminal was jailed for 8 years over the theft, but by then the painting, worth several million euros, had already changed hands. After some convincing on the phone, Brand persuaded the tipster, who had been holding onto the painting, to return it. The painting was then handed over to Brand at his home on Monday afternoon, while a museum director was waiting around the corner at a nearby bar to authenticate the work. The piece had some minor scratches on it, but other than that, officials say it's in good shape.
Vincent van Gogh, Spring Garden, painted in 1884, stolen 3.5 years ago on Van Gogh's birthday. It's one of the early works by Van Gogh, and it's back. It took 1,300 days, but here it is, and I will hand it over in a few moments to the museum director, and I think he will be happy.
You see it at first glance, it's the real thing. And that was the first moment of enormous relief that it's really there. I thought, I couldn't believe it, but it's really, really happening. It's physically there, and it's safe, and it's in not perfect condition, but it's fine.
The painting has been handed over to the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, where it'll be restored. The artwork was stolen while on loan at a small museum in the Dutch town of Laren in March 2020 amid a COVID-19 lockdown. A French thief was convicted a year later for the theft after his DNA was found at the crime scene. The painting then made its way around the criminal circuit and was being used as collateral by gangs. According to communications intercepted by police, criminals initially wanted to use the painting as a bargaining tool with officials to get shorter jail terms. But after the thief was caught, the painting lost its value among criminals, as anyone found in possession of it risked a hefty fine that could go into the millions. Though art detective Arthur Brand had been sent proof of life pictures of the Van Gogh alongside a copy of the New York Times and a book called Master Thief as early as June 2020, a month after it was initially stolen. The detective is regularly contacted by tipsters, having been dubbed the Indiana Jones of the art world. He's helped locate more than 200 stolen artworks in his career. And that's our show. Find the latest stuff on YouTube and do subscribe to our channel. See you soon.